Tonight on Newswatch, a Facebook whistleblower testifying before Congress on what company executives in Congress are saying. This after Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were down yesterday for more than 6 hours. Plus, State Senator Kristen Gillibrand makes an appearance in Ithaca, why she was here, and what's in store for the local community.
And an oil spill in California, what actions local authorities are taking. All that and more coming up tonight on Newswatch.
Covering Ithaca and all of Tompkins County. From ICTV News, this is Newswatch.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Jordan Broking.
And I'm Linus Dental. First on 16 tonight, Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen testifies before Congress today, this amid Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp outages yesterday for over 6 hours. Recent investigations from the Wall Street Journal found that Facebook was aware of its platform's negative impacts on young users, including suicidal thoughts.
Haugen revealed her identity Sunday in a documentary that aired on 60 Minutes. In her testimony, she stated Facebook is very aware of the issue and that Congress has a duty to keep the American people safe. It's currently unclear whether there's a connection between the platform's outage and the whistleblower's allegations. Moving on to local news now, the Elmira Savings Bank will soon be renamed after being purchased by a Syracuse-based bank. Community Banking will enter an acquisition agreement with a sales price of $82 million. They see this as a way to expand business in the Eastern Finger Lakes area and Southern New York tier. The merger between the two banks is expected to close in the first quarter of 2022. Elmira Savings Bank operates 11 bank branches, including 3 in Ithaca. None are expected to close as a result of the merge.
The Handworker Gallery in Ithaca was joined by a special guest this weekend, Jericho Brown, winner of the Pulitzer Prize, who read his poetry as a part of the Distinguished Visiting Writing Series. His work covers love stories, racism, police brutality, religion, and establishing his identity. Brown was able to read some of his first poems, as well as his newest volume of poetry. Those who were not able to hear Brown's poetry live were able to attend via Zoom. The Pulitzer Prize is awarded to those with extensive achievements in literature, journalism, magazine, and music composition. And now our reporter Senu Namokong attended the Sock Monkey Circus in downtown Ithaca this past weekend. Let's see how it went.
Hello everyone, it is a beautiful Saturday sunny morning here at Ithaca and I am at the Cherry Arts Theater for Honey Goodenough's performance of the Sock Monkey Circus. It is a show jam-packed with animals, trapezing monkeys, and so much more. Let's go take a look.
The Sock Monkey Circus, performed by Honey Goodenoughh, also known as Funny Honey, took place on Saturday morning and was a fun event for an audience of all ages.
Well, my name is Honey Goodenoughh. And I'm a clown, a magician, and a children's party entertainer, and also a puppeteer. So I first thought of the title Sock Monkey Circus. And I love circuses, and I love clowning, and I also like the charm of sock monkeys. And I felt with my crafting skills that I could create some really charming sock monkeys.
These puppets seen in the show were all handmade by Goodenoughh, including Rocco the Monkey, which was made by fellow puppeteer Brad Scher. Goodenoughh was inspired to start this show after circus companies such as the Big Apple Circus took out animals from their circuses. Goodenoughh excited the audience by using her talent as a puppeteer to make Mimi the Monkey spin around on her trapeze, and pulled out some magic tricks such as the magical coloring book shown here.
When people come to see the Sock Monkey Circus show, I hope that they leave loving circus, magic, and monkeys and puppetry. And I think the work of a clown is to gift smiles to people, and this is the method I use to do that.
Goodenoughh has also founded her own company, Good Hearted Entertainment, which aims to bring wholesome family fun. Goodenoughh says that she loves the beauty of live performance because she is able to cater to the audience right in front of her.
And next month, catch the Cardboard Explosion show here at the Cherry Arts Theater. I'm Sena Namkung for Newswatch.
Thanks, Sanu. Ithaca Medical Center has announced it will not need to use state resources or receive assistance from the National Guard for vaccination efforts. The state mandate put in place by the governor last month required all healthcare workers to receive their first shot by the end of September. This mandate caused the hospital's employment vaccinations percentage to decline by 8%. Employees who have not gotten the COVID-19 vaccine are now facing termination, though the medical center has yet to say how many employees will be let go. Healthcare workers who are terminated will have the opportunity to rejoin the hospital staff if they receive the vaccine later on. Giga Health Center CEO has said that the governor's vaccination mandate will not severely impact how the hospital runs. And New York State Senator Kirsten Gillibrand spoke on the Better Care, Better Jobs Act outside of Finger Lakes Independence Center last Friday. Gillibrand's goal is to invest $400 billion to improve Medicaid spending. The federal government would save money by improving wages of caregivers and the demand for the job. If there are more home health care workers to fill demand, Medicaid won't have to pay for institutional care that can be provided at home. The senator said the bill will also improve wages of healthcare workers in general, no matter where they work.
A longtime Tioga County chairwoman has been elected to serve as the new president of the New York State Association of Counties. Martha Sauerbrey will serve a one-year term effective immediately as the leader of the association. In her role, she will oversee county governments across the state to ensure they are effective, efficient, and inclusive. NYSAC is a bipartisan organization representing the interests of all the state's county leaders and is the only statewide municipal association to do so. And up next, we have Newswatch reporter Paige Morrissey, who attended a memorial on Sunday for an Ithaca College alum.
Peter Holzneck was a television radio student who graduated from Ithaca College in 2017. Peter passed away after a battle with COVID-19 in January of this year.
It was so hard not to love Pete, and just he was involved in anything ICTV that you could think of.
The staff, alumni, and Peter's family have planned a memorial service today, October 3rd, where the Master Control Room will be dedicated to Peter.
It's really an outpouring of support of who Pete was as a person. There will be a plaque that will be permanently installed in Master Control right near the switcher, where Pete spent many of hours working as a Master Control operator for ICTV.
Many of Peter's staff and fellow alumni say that his impact went far beyond just his work at ICTV.
We are better. I am better. Ithaca College is better. Everyone in this room is better for Pete having been a part of our lives.
And often as a transfer student, it's sometimes hard to, mingle in with the people, but Pete was a quick friend, but that's how he was with everybody he encountered.
The support from Peter's family and friends was shown today at the memorial, and his legacy will continue to live on at Ithaca College. Reporting from Newswatch, I'm Paige Morrissey.
Thank you, Paige, for that story. A spotted lanternfly has been found in a parking garage located on Seneca Street and poses a threat to the agricultural sector of Ithaca. The city believes the single lanternfly, which is known for killing apple trees and vineyards, could be a remainder of a prior infestation that occurred last fall. The bugs are not good flyers, which makes the Department of Agriculture believe the original population found last year was brought to Ithaca after a bug latched onto a car that traveled to the city. City officials have been working with the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets to determine the best course of action to prevent future populations from traveling to Ithaca.
The Candor Historical Society has elected Nancy Ward Riggs, the former vice president, as their president this past June after Milton Doherty stepped down. Riggs retired from teaching in 2011 after 42 years and got involved with the Candor Historical Society, filing papers and photos. Candor has many fall programs this year, including the Candor Fall Festival, as well as an open house at the Candor History Society, and a cemetery walk during the Fall Festival in October, both happening this weekend and next weekend. The Historical Center is also hosting multiple fundraisers and focusing its efforts on continuing the renovations of the History Center.
State Attorney General Letitia James has started a statewide tour to focus on the distribution of a $1.5 billion settlement from the people responsible for causing opioid addictions and overdoses in New York. The tour will start in the Bronx, and the money, which is coming from a 2019 lawsuit with manufacturers and distributors of opioids, will be given out across 10 New York regions. The money will go to those who are struggling with addiction and for recovery. James spoke about the tour, saying that now is the time to heal. This comes as the Attorney General has become a possible candidate for the governorship. And up next, coming after the break, we have the latest from Newswatch reporter Carolina Sedrashi, plus who won the Powerball jackpot and the latest developments in the Brian Laundrie case. Stick with us.
Custody by Capitol Police after barricading himself in an SUV outside the Supreme Court earlier today. Law enforcement have not found any information.
Time for talking is done. At that time, we backed off.
Okay.
Had our crisis negotiation officers attempt to speak with him. The man was refusing to speak, and at approximately 11 o'clock, our teams moved in and removed him from the vehicle and placed him under arrest.
Just tell me when. Law enforcement have not found any information on a motive, and no weapons were uncovered. The incident did not disrupt the operations of the Supreme Court, and all legal proceedings continued as planned.
Sister to the person of interest in nationwide manhunt, Cassie Laundrie is urging her brother Brian Laundrie to come forward and report himself to authorities. Mr. Laundrie is being investigated in the death of his girlfriend, Gabrielle Petito. He has refused to cooperate with investigators, and according to authorities, he has not been seen since September 17th.
National Institute of Health Director Francis Collins announced his resignation from the agency after 12 years of service. He'll be stepping down at the end of this year. In his statement, Collins mentioned that serving the agency has been an incredible privilege, and his decision to step down was not made without deep consideration. He also said that no one should remain in the director position for too long. He's faithful the new director will lead the NIH toward a prosperous future. Now we have Newswatch reporter Carolina Setarashi giving us an inside look at Ithaca Community Mass Choir. Let's take a look.
The Ithaca Community Mass Choir, or the ICMC, is made up of a large group of diverse musicians, performers, and several organizers who share a strong passion for music, and just recently had their debut concert, the ICMC Concert for Peace and Unity, at the Bernie Milton Pavilion, right in the heart of the downtown Ithaca Commons.
The ICMC is not affiliated with any one particular church, and as a traveling choir, often rehearse at local churches in the Ithaca area, because in their words, it promotes the message that all are welcome regardless of which church they belong to.
ICMC came about with myself, Mbusi Ntumbela, and Gabriel McCoy, who we just put our minds together and our thoughts together and figured, what better way to bring peace and unity in our community than starting a community choir. Our collective goal is to, bring bodies together, all around the community, surrounding areas. We're looking to go as far as Binghamton, Elmira, Syracuse, whoever would like to join. We would like to also have IC students, Cornell students, just to, get together and basically worship together and just become one big family.
Before their concert on September 18th, the ICMC had been having weekly rehearsals during the summer of the COVID-19 pandemic, including at the St. James AME Zion Church and the Vineyard Church of Ithaca.
We just rehearse at different churches that allows us to rehearse there, and we rehearse every Saturday from 1 to 3, and we just get together and have a good time and sing. We have all races, we accept everybody, no discrimination at all. If people want to join, all you have to do is just show up to one of the rehearsals or message us on our Facebook page, ICMC.
For Newswatch in the downtown Ithaca Commons, I'm Carolina Chedrasky.
Thanks, Carolina. A single ticket sold in California gifted a winner almost $700 million. After no wins for almost 4 months, the winner accumulated the 7th largest win in U.S. lottery history. The name of the winner is unknown, but the ticket was purchased at the grocery store in Morro Bay.
The Biden administration has lifted the ban on referrals for abortion by family planning clinics. This comes as tensions from Texas rise and legal battles for the right to abortion continue. The move aims to bring back the family planning program seen under the Obama administration. The goal of the program is to give clinics the right to refer women for an abortion to a provider. 1,300 local facilities are set to return after the Trump administration and coronavirus inhibited their operation. And residents in Huntington Beach are questioning the speed and intensity of cleanup efforts from an oil spill that is being named as one of the largest spills in recent California history. People who live and work in the area said they noticed a heavy petroleum smell over the weekend. After divers searched the area, they discovered a break in an 8,000-foot long pipe which spewed more than 140,000 gallons of oil into the Pacific Ocean. Residents worry that actions are not being taken fast enough to prevent future permanent damage to wildlife and the coastline. The cause of the leak has not been identified, but the company responsible for the pipe believes it could have been a boat anchor that punctured the pipe.
In international news, India's Supreme Court has passed a law that 50,000 rupees, about $700 US, will be given to the families who have suffered a loss due to COVID-19. India has declared the pandemic a disaster under the Disaster Management Act to the government, so the government is bound by law to provide compensation for those who died during the disaster. But the government claims providing over 400,000 rupees is beyond their affordability as the money was used for other pandemic purposes. And in studio, we have sports anchor Casey Honigbaum with a preview of what he will be telling us later in the show. Casey, what can we expect?
Yeah, well, Linus, we've got a whole lot planned for you on sports here. We're going to be talking about some of the Ithaca College standout athletes. We got the Fab Five getting the recognition. We'll also go and talk some MLB baseballs. We've got the wild card coming up tonight. All that and more on Newswatch Sports.
All right, thanks, Casey. Looking forward to it. And after the break, we have Lucy Calderon with the latest on what you can expect for weather this weekend. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Newswatch. This week has been rainy so far, but I don't know what to expect for the rest of the week. We have our weather reporter, Lucy Calderon, here in studio with our 7-day forecast. Lucy, how is it looking outside?
Thanks, Linus. After a beautiful Apple Fest weekend, we sadly have a lot of clouds and rain in sight for the rest of the week, but it'll mostly just be cloudy and it'll feel like it's about to rain, even though most of the time it probably won't. So as you can see for tonight, it's going to be a little warmer than normal with a high in the high 50s. It'll be overcast, so we'll have those rainy clouds and some light showers here and there throughout the night that will continue into tomorrow morning. Moving into tomorrow, we see a high in the low 70s and a low in the high 50s. So some moderate weather, and like I said, the showers from last night will continue into tomorrow morning, and those showers will eventually clear up and just create a cloudy afternoon with some light and variable winds that will continue into tomorrow evening. Now tomorrow evening we see similar weather to tonight, except without the rain showers here and there. So we have a high in the high 50s, a little warmer than usual, cloudy skies, and some light and variable winds. And those clouds are not going anywhere anytime soon. We will see them for the rest of the week, which takes us into our 7-day forecast. As you can see, throughout the entire week, we have clouds, clouds, and more clouds. Temperatures do stay pretty consistent with highs in the low 70s and the high 60s and lows in the mid to high 50s. So we see consistent temperatures and also consistent cloudy skies. The 2 days that I would tell you to pay attention to are Thursday and Friday. Those are those days where you can get out and enjoy the weather, because although it will be cloudy, there will be some intervals of sunshine that you can enjoy every once in a while. So make sure you pay attention, get out and enjoy those rays on Thursday and Friday while you can. Saturday and Sunday are going to be extremely gray and gloomy and chilly. So if you want to get out for the farmers market and enjoy that weather, or even do the March for Animals Rights at Stewart Park on Sunday, definitely wear a sweater and some pants, because it will be chilly and might feel even cooler than between the 70s and 50s, because we will have no sun, just some winds here and there. We also see the rain. Throughout the week, it'll look like it's going to rain, but it won't actually rain until Monday, where we see kind of the same weather we had today and that we will have tomorrow with some AM showers. But weather changes all the time, so I cannot promise you that that is the only time that it will rain this week. Definitely maybe carry an umbrella or wear something with a hood throughout the entire week, because like I said before, we see clouds all week long with these temperatures. So like I said, it will continue to be cloudy, but maybe it'll be better next week. I don't know. That's all I have for you today. My name is Lucy. Thank you for choosing Newswatch Weather Center. Back to the desk.
All right, thanks so much, Lucy. After a break, we have Casey Honigbaum with all things sports for this coming week. Stick around.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Casey Honigbaum. It was quite the week for the Bombers as 5 athletes earned Liberty League Performer of the Week. Morgan Mullen and Macy Brandween took home Offensive and Defensive Performer of the Week for the field hockey team. Both of their performances came in that win against Rochester on Sunday. And the Bombers will be in action tonight for the soccer team as they're going to travel to Alfred and take on the Saxons in a non-league matchup. It's the first time that the two teams have played since 2016 when Ithaca defeated them 5-0. The Saxons are having one of their best seasons in recent memory. So they're coming into the matchup 6-3-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play in the Empire 8, while the Bombers are 7-2 on the year, 2-1 in conference play in the Liberty League. And we're now down to only one undefeated team in the NFL as the Los Angeles Chargers picked up a win over their division rivals, the Las Vegas Raiders, last night. The Chargers handed the Raiders their first loss of the season after a weather delay. That's right, a weather delay in Southern California pushed the game back 35 minutes. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert gave LA a 3-score lead, but check out this play right here. Herbert dropping back, but they tried to run a fake punt, and Hunter Renfrow was able to stop that. I know it really didn't matter for the game. Carr tried to get him back into the game with those 2 touchdown drives in the third quarter, but this was kind of the play of the game, to be honest. But it was really interesting to watch, and we'll look to see where these teams are going into next week. I believe the Chargers are going in to face the Bears, and later on the Raiders will face the Bears. The Chargers are going to face the Browns. But moving on, we've got the MLB playoffs coming up later on tonight. In just a few minutes, the Yankees and the Red Sox, they're going to head to Fenway Park to host the Red Sox. Host the Yankees. The Red Sox are. Yankees are going to turn to their ace, Garrett Cole. They're going to hope he can rebound from his last 2 shaky starts, while the Red Sox are going to go with Nathan Eovaldi. He's had his fair share of troubles against the Yankees, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow night. Obviously, we've got the NL wild card game, and that's going to take place in Los Angeles. The 106-win Dodgers are going to host the red-hot St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals at one point had a 1.3% chance to make the playoffs, and they ended up hopping over teams like the Phillies, the Padres, the abysmal New York Mets en route to their 3rd straight playoff appearance. But the ageless wonder, Adam Wainwright, is going to get the ball for the Cardinals, while the trade deadline acquisition Max Scherzer, will get the ball for the Dodgers. The Dodgers will be out Max Muncy, however, who was one of the best hitters in baseball this season, and just in ace Clayton Kershaw is going to be out for the rest of the postseason. He had an elbow injury in his last start, but it should be a fun couple of days for baseball. You got the playoffs started. There's a lot to look forward to. Linus, I know we talked about it before the show, but I can't wait for the game tonight. It's going to be awesome. At least the Yankees game. But I know you're a Nationals fan. It should be interesting.
I'd have to agree with you there, Casey. I don't know. If you haven't watched any baseball this year, tonight will be an interesting matchup for sure. It's the wild card game, marquee pitching matchup.
Yep.
What more can you want from sports right now?
Not much. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm super excited for it.
All right, cool. Well, thanks so much, Casey. And super exciting news for all you Adele fans out there. The famed singer announces that she'll be releasing a new song on October 15th.
That's right, Jordan. In a tweet, Adele announced her new song titled Easy on Me will be released later this month. The Grammy winner hasn't released new music since her album 25, released in 2015.
All right, and that does it for this edition of Newswatch. Tune in next time for more with Dane Richardson and Ryan Garand. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ICTV News 607. Have a good night, everyone.
So, Jordan,